Good afternoon everyone, Philip from Blackmore Markets here. Hope you're all doing well. Just to let you guys know, we have recently just actually added on to our MT4 tutorial. So if you're fairly new to trading and want to learn a bit more on how to use your MT4 platform, feel free to check it out. It's under our trading tutorial videos. You can also look at it out on our website. There's an educational part on our website and all the videos will be listed there as well. So like I said, if you're fairly new or if you want to learn how to use your MT4 platform, feel free to have a look there as well. But for this video, we'll dive straight into a market update. So again, it's Monday. We did another market update last week, Monday. So I'll take you through, look at the couple of pairs we were looking at last week as well, sort of keep you updated and just see what there is. We've added some new ones, so we'll dive straight into it. Markets again are slowly coming down to a halt. So I mean, it is becoming holidays again. So again, please do be careful when you trade. But we'll dive straight into this analysis and see what we got. So the first one we've got here is the 4-hourly Aussie CAD. So you can see here we've sort of have hit a support line. Let me just quickly draw this for you over here. You can see this, we've opened up, just have a look here on the daily as well. Open up with right there with a little bearish candle. So you can see we've sort of hit it. We're looking for a possible move to the upside. It does also sort of look like a head and shoulders, but I'll show you that a bit later. So if it does move to the upside, you can see we've got this sort of resistance area we're looking at that it could possibly hit. We could even pull a little bit closer using these wicks from the previous section as well, and the base of those candles as well. So could see a bit of a range in this if it does hit that resistance area. So we could see a possible consolidation between these two parallel lines, but that also gives us the option to trade on shorter time frames as well. But the sort of looking at the bigger picture on the Aussie CAD, I'll just quickly get rid of this line for you. I'll zoom it out a bit. It is fairly messy, but it does look like a bit of a head and shoulders. If you guys can't see it, I'll just draw the lines over here. So we got our starting off with our left shoulder, moving down to our neckline over here, moving up to the head, and again back to the neckline. Guys are hopefully getting the picture now. You can see here back to the neckline, up again to the right shoulder, and now we've moved further back to the neckline. So we could see a possible move if it does, continue further downwards. We could use a possible trend line to connect these over here. So you can see if it does break, we could possibly look at trades further down, to continue. We've got quite a fair bit of movement space for it to move, but like I said, it is a fairly messy pattern. So we'll just take it back to the default here again. So for at the moment, we are looking for a possible consolidation in between these two lines. Like I said, if it breaks further to the downside, we do have quite a fair bit of movement to go to. So moving on to our Aussie Japanese Yen. Here we've got the 4-hourly time frame. We were looking at it last time on Monday. We had this break of this support area. Looks like it was a false break, so it did come back through that zone. Used this previous, I'll just get rid of that. You can see it used this previous resistance we've had here. You can see a couple of base of the candles over there, some wick touches, again a wick touch over there, another wick touch over here, bit of support over there. So you can see we've used that as a resistance area. The market has actually reacted to it very strongly and came back to the support zone that we had before. So it is now again retesting that support area, so we could see a possible again consolidation, as we are looking for a possible consolidation in the Aussie CAD as well. We could now possibly see it on the Aussie Yen on the 4-hourly chart as well. So if it does continue within these two lines, we could see continue in here. If it does break, we have a couple of areas to the top side we could look for potential take profit targets, and also that high as well. If it does break low, we can look on the higher time frame. So a very, very strong support the more I look at it now. But if it does break further lower, we could see this possible area over here, and also down here, and then obviously the ultimate low, around about the ultimate low, we've had a couple of support areas as well. So to the upside, we've got these three, and to the downside, to the upside, if it breaks this area, we've got these two, and to the downside, if it breaks this area, these possible three over here as well. So moving on to the Euro CAD. There it is. So Euro CAD, we were looking at this trade line that was going to break. So we did break it last weekend, last month. Monday, sorry. You can see it has now actually pulled back to use this as a resistance support area. Sorry, mixing these up quite a bit today. You can see it has used it as a support area, retested it, sort of went past this, but I mean on the daily you can see it is actually on that support line that we have, but very, very nicely used this trade line as a retest area. So could possibly see it continue further to the upside. Just keep in mind that this is a very strong consolidation zone, so it might pause here for a bit and then continue upwards, or it might actually use this as a very, very strong resistance and then look to continue further downwards. So at the moment, not a lot, I would say, until it breaks these areas and give us a clear indication of that the market has made a decision in either way. Then moving on to our euro pound. So as we know, Teresa has been having a bit of fun there in the UK. So we can see here, we're looking at this Elliott, sort of rough Elliott wave analysis that we were looking at. Had our waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, and E. Now this is on the weekly time frame, so we're also looking at this as an A-B wave. So it could take quite some time for this to break. Teresa says looks like everything's been postponed till next year. But if you guys do know a fair bit about your Elliott wave, you do know that after or before a triangle has ended, we'll usually hear about a big news event, or if it's on a smaller time frame, a significant news event that would spark the breakout of this. So it's quite interesting. Elliott wave I found is a very powerful analysis tool. It's very interesting. It runs it very strongly on human psychology, so that also explains how this is kind of the anticipation as people wait for everything to happen, and then the final news that makes us break out. So we could possibly look at this as a very strong, like I said, Elliott wave pattern. If not, if it breaks further to the downside, we're going to have to recount and see what's really going on here. But this is just sort of a rough analysis, so I haven't really put too much into this count over here. But it does follow our rules and our guidelines fairly well. So if it does break, we could look for a very nice move to the top side to finish that wave C, and then obviously after that correction, continue further to the downside. If it does use this as a very strong resistance area, and we are wrong on our Elliott wave count, we could look for a move down. I would say if it breaks this C wave over here, we know that the triangle has been invalidated, and we could continue further downwards. But again, it is on a weekly time scale, so I mean this could take a couple of years for this whole pattern to finish, which I mean including the C wave as well. So this could be a very nice long-term sort of, if you're looking to invest in it or anything like that. But if we look on the shorter time frames, you can actually see it does almost confirm it as well. We've got a nice zigzag pattern here, again a zigzag pattern here to confirm everything. So I mean, sorry, this could be a waves 1, 2, and possibly starting off wave 3. But if we want to trade it, and if we're wrong as well, we could possibly use it to trade the internal moves between these two lines that are contracting towards each other. So we could look for trades in between here on the shorter time frames, like the daily, 4-hourly, or the 1-hourly, even lower than that. But I would mainly look at the daily or the 4-hourly for these kind of trades. But moving on to our Kiwi, pound Kiwi. So this is a GBP NZ dollar. So we got here on the 4-hour. We could look for a possible, we have hit this sort of resistance area. We could look for a possible head and shoulders using this over here as our left shoulder, our head over here, and a neckline, which is right over here. So again, we could look for a move on this similar level over here for this shoulder to come to and to continue on further upwards to complete this pattern, which could be a very nice head and shoulders. It looks like it's setting up for a very nice one. So if it does reach here, you could look at potentially taking orders, or even placing a buy limit, so waiting for the price to retrace and hitting your target. But also keeping in mind this is a very strong area of resistance. So I'll just quickly show you what I see here. So we've got this, just use this trend line over here. You can see it is used it as a support a couple of times. You can see it turn to resistance, so not quite close. So it is more of a resistance zone that we're looking at. So it is a very strong key area, so I could possibly just use it as a bit of a place to take a breath and then keep going further down. Looking on the daily time frame, we can see it as a very strong downtrend. Also on the weekly, you can see it has offered us that previous sort of almost a resistance area support again over there. sorry, resistance again over there. So this is a very, very strong level. So I mean, it could, like I said, have a very good indication that could go further down. But that head and shoulders pattern is still there to look at as well. Moving on to our NZD CAD, so the Kiwi Canadian dollar. Again, very similar to our pound Kiwi, because these are both sort of the opposite side of the Kiwi spectrum. So again, GBP NZD and now NZD CAD. This is also hitting a very nice support area at the moment. It was a resistance zone before, so not a very good line, but I mean it is a zone nonetheless. So we can see here it is sort of retraced, and it is looking like it could possibly go up. As we said here on the daily, we can see it's a very strong uptrend, and a bit of Elliott wave as well. You can sort of just spot the waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it could still retrace to this previous wave 4, and then continue further upwards. So I mean, we'll just have a look and see what this pattern develops to be. We can even use a bit of Fibonacci as well to see where we're tracking. So you can see it is on the 50% retracement. It could still go to, for textbook Fibonacci, we could still see a move to 61.8. I would say if it goes past 70, we could look for it to continue further downwards to hit this this previous wave, possible wave 4 as well, and then hopefully continue further upwards. And again, we've also even on the daily, we can see a bit of a head and shoulders that could possibly develop. So again, we've got our left shoulder, our head over here, and we can see a possible right shoulder right over here. So we'll just use this so you can see hitting that area, the same sort of area, a little bit lower actually. So I'll just move that, but you guys get the idea. So we'll just move this block a bit lower as well, and then hopefully, if it is right, continue further to the upside. So on the weekly, that is sort of what you can see here. Could be a very nice head and shoulders hitting that high again. But yeah, that's it. I mean, we've got options to go either to the up or to the downside. So like I said, we've got this very nice support area, also a bit of a 50% Fibonacci retracement, but also we do have the Elliott wave, waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we could possibly use this head and shoulders pattern to for our area of our correction of this whole 5 wave, and then look for a further move to the upside to complete that pattern. And now moving on, last pair. So nice quick short video. What we were looking at the US dollar Japanese yen. So as we know, America and China, America is sort of having a strong stand up with all the other countries. So we'll see politics is very making the market move very well. So I think it's a very good year to trade. I mean, Trump's making the market move very well. He's making it a very certainly a very exciting year for traders. Theresa May doing her thing, making it also an interesting time for traders as well. The markets are certainly moving this year, and it's quite in a long time. It's been a long time since the markets have moved quite a lot here in December. So I mean, it's a very, even now in December, this late time, it is still very nice to trade. But moving back to this, you can see here, it has sort of formed a triangle pattern, so we can look for a possible breakout. Just do keep in mind that we have this resistance, winter resistance, and now it looks like it can go to support. But if it does go past, we can still look for these consolidation between these two converging lines, and then either break to the up or to the downside. Looking on the weekly, you can see it is a very strong resistance area. We can even pull this up a bit more, and you can see here. So it could actually give us a false break out of this triangle, and then continue further downwards to hit one of these support areas. But you can see here we've had this consolidation. Let me just draw this line over here. So you can see we've had a bit of consolidation between these lines. You can see here wicks touching, a bit of a mess here back in 2016. Again here, end of 2016, start of 2017. Nice breakout. You can see it kept retesting these zones. Again here, late 2017, but around about September time, you can see consolidation between these zones until early 2018 this year. Had a breakout, and again it came to retest these zones. So it is a very, very strong level. So I mean, we could look for moves between these zones as well. So these zones could be give you a good idea of where you could expect the market to move if you were looking to trade it in a certain direction. But yeah, that is it for that market update. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please do give us a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button followed by the bell icon to be the first to be notified of whenever we release new videos. Hope they're always very helpful for you. If you want to get in contact with us, please do so. Contact us via the details provided down below in the description of the video. Or if you want to contact us via live chat, please do so. Go on blackbullmarkets.com, click on the little green button that says live chat, and our support team will be there for you. If you prefer to contact us over the weekend or via email, feel free to do so. You can contact us at support@blackbullmarkets.com, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. All right, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy your December. And from everyone here at Black Bull Markets, safe trading.